Hey, TikTok, Jim Malone here, coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor for the Monday, the 6th of July. Tremendous day. It just keeps on going up. I don't know where this is going to end, but it's been really, really powerful. And for everybody out there on TikTok, I'm simulcasting live on Facebook at facebook.com/Dallas Trading Floor. I'm also on YouTube at youtube.com/Dallas Trading Floor. I'm on Periscope at pscp.tv/Dallas Trading Floor, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Dallas Trading Floor. So let's get into it today. Just wanted to show you the market direction. We are still, believe it or not, in a confirmed uptrend. Matter of fact, all the major indices are higher today. S&P 500 is up 1.26%. Dow Jones up 1.38%. The New York Stock Exchange is up in volume too. And the NASDAQ is up. So it is not a very good time to be short, that's for sure. And I'm definitely long in all my positions. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. It is just a tremendous amount of liquidity going into the market. Don't quite know why. I mean, I guess it's on the reopening of the economy. Hopefully that'll be good. But it seems like, the winners keep on winning. And, can't fight the tape. It's just a tremendous thing. Okay, so just wanted to show you the spider. The spider currently is at 316.10. This was taken about 5 minutes ago. So it's definitely current. It's a little bit down in terms of volume, but it's definitely very much up in terms of price. And as you can see, it bounced off of this 50-day moving average. This is that red line here. The volume is good. It's up volume. It's not as high. It doesn't show a change in direction because the volume is not up to the 50-day moving average, but very strong upward pressure on the market. So it's just it's kind of a very interesting thing. I just wanted to show you the diamond. The diamond is finally making a nice move. I mean, it's really been the NASDAQ 100, not so much the Dow Jones, but the Dow Jones today is up. It's up about 1.26%, or about $3.25 on the diamond. That's the ETF that covers the Dow Jones. And there's only 30 stocks in the Dow Jones, and they tend to be the larger, more industrial stocks, Boeing being probably the largest component of that. And they've been doing quite well, Boeing. I'm a little bit concerned about Boeing because I do think with the drop in the demand for air travel, it's a little bit risky to be in Boeing. And as a matter of fact, they just announced that they're going to be discontinuing the 747, which I think is a tragedy because I was fortunate enough to have had several trips on the 747, and I think it's just the greatest airline that's ever been built, but that's my opinion. Also, I wanted to show you the QQQ. This is the NASDAQ 100. This covers basically the top 100 stocks in the NASDAQ. And so it's a very indicative of the growth stock for growth stock investing. It just can't seem to keep this down. It gapped up tremendously. This has been the leader. This is where Apple is. This is where Microsoft is. This is where all the really kind of bigger tech stocks are. They're all in the NASDAQ 100. And this ETF, the QQQ, basically covers that. It was up strongly today, $4.88 a share as closed, and also up 1.94%. Now, this is an ETF. This is a way, by the way, if you don't want to, be picking stocks, this is a very, very good way to play the market. And so you get all the good things in there, like Amazon, stuff like that, is to buy the Qs. This is kind of a sit and forget type of investment, and it has been very, very very profitable for the people that have been in it. Now, here's the thing about this. You only want to be in this when the market is in confirmed uptrend like we're in now, which is the case. So definitely a good time for the Qs going forward. I want to show you some stocks that I have watch listed that I think that bear talking about a little bit. The first is Ping. Ping Identity is the name of this company. It is a composite rating of 98, which is excellent. It is a relatively new IPO. So typically, I won't buy a stock until it's been out typically for about 3 months. I just don't think that it's settled down into a pattern until then. But this one is definitely excellent. It's up 33 cents at 32.82. Definitely worth you looking at. This is a security stock for the internet, and that just seems to be an area that just continues to produce winners in this area. So this is the one that I think that you might want to take a look at, possibly watch listing this one, because this one definitely is something that you want to put on your list, because I do think that security is great, and and this particular stock is an excellent one in that area. Ping, P-I-N-G is the symbol. Next one I would like to kind of show is Tesla. Of course, is up very, very strongly today. I own Tesla, and I have I've been out in and out of Tesla. This last time I bought in right below the $1,000 mark, and as I indicated in some of my slides, that was the pivot point. When it passed $1,000, it's really pushed up, and this has just been basically in the last few days. I suspect this will settle a little bit. It should, because this is a gap up situation. I'm showing you the weekly chart here. It's up 10% today, just today, $121 a share. So it's at 1330, which is currently the number for Tesla. It's just a powerful, powerful stock. And I think that if you can put this in your portfolio, it's well worth it. I've done extremely well with this stock since I started buying it basically last year in December at, believe it or not, 361. That was the pivot on Tesla. The first pivot was at 361. The second pivot was about 869. So it's up tremendously. I suspect it's going to get to another buy point here. Don't know when. Just based on the chart action, but it's up, and the volume is up on this. I think what's happening is a lot of the funds are realizing that they're going to have to buy this. It looks like it's going to go into the S&P 500, and when it does, there will be even more buying pressure for Tesla. They had a very, very good deliveries of this quarter. I want to show you two stocks of the day. I am, if you're interested, I send out an alert. I sent out an alert on this one on Sunday to buy this stock. It is up very, very strongly. As I say, I try to eat my own dog food as much as I possibly can here. So I did buy this one this morning. I bought it at 212, basically at about 9:40 in the morning Central Time. It's currently up to 217, or about $8.58 a share, up about 4%. You could tell that this one was going to be good because of the way it's set up in its chart, and I cover that on the trade alert. So typically, my idea is to find stocks right before they're going to break out. It's not normal that so many stocks are setting up and breaking out like they are, but they are. So it's good to make hay while the sun shines, because this one is I think a very, very good. I think it's a winner. And again, I'm in the stock currently. As I purchased it this morning for 212. It's currently 217.47. So moving up nicely as well. Another stock that I just purchased right before going on the show, basically about 30 minutes ago, was Zynex. This is also a very highly rated stock. It's in the medical field. There's going to be a pivot into the medical field, probably. That's what we're looking at. A lot of the stocks that lost money in value, trying to hedge the value, are going to move, I think, into the medical area. That's sort of the safe bet. That and big tech. Big tech, though, many of the value investors believe is is too expensive, so they're not going to go there as much. But they're going to go into the medical, I think, and Zynex is one of the better ones in this area. Again, it has a very, very strong composite rating of 99. Doesn't get any better than that right now, and also a very strong relative strength at 98. Typically, the stocks that are going to break out typically will signal this by chart pattern and also by relative strength. They typically will have a strong relative strength right before they break out. So that is the case with ZYXI or Zynex. And it's, by the way, it is also, for those of you who are watching, it's on the IBD 50. So it's doing quite well as a stock. Who knows? Now, for more speculative trade, I did add this one this morning as well. It's odd because I bought three stocks today, which is unusual for me. I typically only buy one or two a day, but there were just so many good opportunities. This is much more speculative stock. It really doesn't set up as well as the other one, so I'm not really as recommending it as hard. This is more of a speculative trade on my part. It's a stock called Blink Charging, BLNK. It's up $1.62 today. Now, I didn't get in quite at that price. I wish I did. I was in at about 640 this morning, so I'm up about. Let's see. I'm up about 50 cents on this one, which is pretty good. It's up 10%, which is pretty excellent. I did sell a call against this, and I only have 100 shares of this, so I'm not very much big into this position. But here's the thing about this stock I think is very, very interesting. It's sort of a follow-on play to Tesla, because basically what this does is this is a company that has charging stations. There's basically two companies that are sort of in this field outside of Tesla. One of them is called EVgo, which is a private company. And then there's this one, Blink Charging, which is a public company. And I did a little research on it this weekend, and I may send these pictures out. But I was not aware of this company until I researched it this weekend. Oddly enough, there was literally one of these in my neighborhood. I went and I looked at it, and when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's a good idea. So I went and I bought it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So let's see. First questions. Let's see. Thank you for calling in. Hey, Wendy. So like you being here. Thank you for taking a look at my little show, as it were. And let's see. Prexon's from, let's see. Damn spine needed to go. Okay. Oh, hey, from Jamaica. Awesome. I have only been to Jamaica once, and it was a great time, I'm telling you. But I just went to Montego Bay, so that's probably not as, it's not like going to Kingston. I kind of want to see the whole place. But I do have friends in the Cayman Islands, too. So thank you for looking in from Jamaica. I am good. Let's see. Okay. Which stock should we look into with current market status? Wow, that's a good question. I'm going to show you two stocks again that I think that are very well worth you possibly watch listing here. And the first one, the first one here. Oops, let me put that up. Go back to that. Wow. Okay. And for everybody on TikTok, I'm basically simulcasting this on Periscope at pscp.tv/Dallas Trading Floor. So I want to show you two stocks that I think are worth looking at. One's kind of expensive, the other one not so much. The first one is Teladoc, and I did buy this one this morning at $212. So it's a little bit expensive for a lot of people, but I still think it's a good stock. The other stock that I think is well worth looking at is this Xilinx. And the reason I do is because it has such a good chart. And there's two that I want you to look at. The first one is, and I indicated this before, it's Ping Identity. That's the name of the company. Ping Identity, and basically what this is a cybersecurity company that basically validates each IP address. So it totally identifies each device connecting to the network, and it seems to do very, very well. It is very strong in terms of its composite rating. It's a 99 out of 99, so it's in the top of that. It trades a little bit less shares than I like it to trade. It trades about 500,000 shares a day. I like to see it at about 1 million, but I do believe that this one's going up. It's a relatively new stock. It's only been out there for 3 months, and it's moved up steadily since then. It's up about 1% today. The volume's down a little bit, but Ping Identity, I think that's one that you want to possibly take a look at in answer to your question. Now, another one that I really like that I think that you're going to be very pleased with if you buy it now is Xilinx, ZYXI. And basically, this is a pain management company that uses electrotherapy for spinal cord injuries. And it also is a composite rating of 99. Again, that's the very best of the very best. I typically am trying to steer people to the very best stocks possible. And that way, there's a very high likelihood that they will be disappointed. This is a very strong market right now. Typically, in a market like this, it's easier to find a winner than in other times. But when you're looking to buy a stock, I want to see a stock that has very, very strong composite rating and excellent relative strength. Relative strength meaning how it's performing relative to the rest of the market. For instance, a 94 relative strength means that it's outperforming all but 6% of the market. And that's the case with Zynex ZYXI. And I am an owner of that, by the way, as well. So I'm trying to be as, trying to show you what I'm into currently. Let me just show you a quick chart here on that. And that's basically, let's pull it up here. There we go. And these are the stocks currently that I'm holding: Netflix, Tesla, Viva Systems, Microsoft, Vertex Pharmaceutical, Teladoc, Blink Charging Company, and Zynex. So those are the ones I'm currently holding, and some of those are relatively affordable. Blink being the most affordable at $7.16 cost per share. So there you go. All right, so let's see. Loving Tesla. Yeah, I'm loving Tesla too. I have to admit, I have done very, very well with Tesla. Tesla's been very good to me. As I remember that Saturday night thing, baseball has been very, very good to me. Well, same thing with Tesla, been very, very good to me. I have a call. I've sold a call for April 21st. I may have to buy it back. It's a $1,500 call. Tesla may go to 2,000. I just can't believe it. It just seems to be keep defying gravity. Who knows? I mean, it may start moving down, but right now it's moving really, really nicely. So let's see. Are you still in PCRX and Vertex? I'm currently in Vertex only. I'll show you my current holdings just so you can see what I've got. Let's see. Vertex is right here. It's right above here. I'm currently in Vertex. I probably will only be in Vertex until Friday. I have a call that has been exceeded. I have a 270. I have a 285 call. So I'll be probably called on Vertex Pharmaceutical. It's been very good. Even though it's down a little bit today, it's been very good to me. But I'm currently not in PCRX. I'm only in Vertex. But again, I probably won't be. I'll probably be out of it by Friday. So I got Blink this morning. I got Blink this morning as well. Question: would you buy Blink with such a low composite rating? Well, you know what? It's a risk. That's why I'm saying Blink is an absolute risk. I mean, don't kid yourself on it. It's not a major position for me. It's a quarter position for me. Not even a quarter position, actually. It's not even a quarter position for me. I only have 100 shares of it, but I do like this space. I must say, I really like this space. It has a very low composite rating. The composite rating is only 70 on this. Typically, I like to see at least 80, but I do believe that this is in play right now because of Tesla. This is sort of a sympathy trade to Tesla. So I think, I'm in it probably until about $10 a share. I did sell an option against what I have. I have very little. I only have 100 shares. And so I'm probably out at 10. We'll see if I get sold out at 10, I'd probably go back in if I see the composite rating going up. I'm kind of putting a toe in the water, but it's done pretty good. It's done pretty good. Hey, hello, Canada. Thanks for all the value. Absolutely. I love, by the way, I have some people that are in Canada that do listen to me. I love Canada. As a matter of fact, I'd like to go there right now. I think they're quarantining people from Dallas, so I have to wait. But love Canada and love some of the Canadian stocks, especially KL, Kirkland Lakes Gold. So thanks for that. I really appreciate it. MIC, that's an interesting one. Okay, let me look at that one. That's on the Toronto exchange. So let me see if I can get some idea on MIC on the Toronto exchange. MIC. Let's see if I'm getting a good look at that. Okay, interesting. Okay, let me show you the chart on this one. It's not particularly, this is an okay chart. I wouldn't buy this stock only because it has a very low composite rating of 20, which, I think is very low. I don't, not necessarily it's a bad stock. It's just that it's in it's in real estate. Here's the thing. I think, especially for Canadian real estate, and I think I kind of want to couch this, but I think Canadian real estate may see a very big decline in the latter part of the year. I think there's some issues with Canadian real estate. I wouldn't want to necessarily be in the Canadian real estate sector right now. That's just my opinion. Of course, it is up. This is up, but I think you better be very careful with this. It's fixed base airport operations, which is great, gas production in Hawaii, and power generation. All these things are good, but the composite rating of this, I can't recommend it. It's too low. It's too low for me, unfortunately. So let's see where are we at here. Is it still a good time to buy Tesla for short term? You know what? I think it is. I think people that have bet against Tesla have done very poorly, and I have not bet against Tesla. I'm very fortunate in that I didn't fall. I wasn't one of those people that did shorted or anything like that. Tesla. I think if I had, I probably wouldn't be talking to you today because I'd be broke. Most of the people that have shorted Tesla have been wrong. I think in the short term it may go as high as 1,500. I'm looking at I sold a call option, and I'm looking at possibly having to buy it back. It's just amazing. I also traded a very short trade. I did a short options trade that I didn't tell you about this morning. I bought a 1,400 call, August 21st expiration, $1,400 strike, and then I literally sold it 30 minutes later for made $350. Tesla is. I mean, I don't think you want to go short on Tesla. I don't think it's gonna make you any money. Now, in terms of where to be on the call options, I think you're going to have to go out. Unfortunately, because it's moving up so quickly, I think you're going to probably have to go out and buy a 1,700 call, possibly September or possibly August, in that time frame. I haven't really gone through the options chain, but I think that I think you're going to make money on that. I really do, and so if you're interested in, unfortunately, it's gotten to the point where it's very hard to buy. It's very hard to buy Tesla right now because of its cost. It's just gone up so much. But the options are a way to possibly play it. Let me see if I can I'm going to pull up the options chain here and see if there's any options that are expiring later on that possibly might work. So let's see. I'm going to go out basically to the October time frame for the options. I think we're going to have to go pretty high, actually. Let's see if I can see something. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, the 2000 October. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can find something for you here on the. Boy, it is. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. You're going to probably have to look out into the October time frame. So let me see if I can pull something up for you regarding that. Okay, well, it's a 1,300, 1,400. All right. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be tough to buy. I should have something for you. I wanted to sit down and look at that a little bit more carefully, buying some call options on Tesla. But I definitely think it's worth looking for. Would you? What would be good options for Tesla at the moment? Okay, I do believe in order to get a decent price on this, you're going to have to go out relatively far. You're going to have to go out probably at least to October, and you're probably going to have to go up to about 17, 18, 1900. And I don't have exactly a number for you right now. I will hopefully here pretty quick, but That's what you're going to have to do to get Tesla. Tesla seems to be running away. So right now it's a tough time to buy Tesla if you aren't already in it. Amazon, does it have more to run? Here's the thing about Amazon. I'm currently not into Amazon. Here's the thing about Amazon. I think Amazon is going to continue to move up, which is amazing. Let's look at the chart. The biggest problem I see with Amazon is that it's not going to double like some of the other stocks in this market. I do think that you're going to see some stocks. Yeah, see this over $3,000. Here's the issue with Amazon that I see. In order for it to double, it'd have to be a $6,000 stock. I don't think that that is likely. I don't think this is likely. It's almost too expensive to own Amazon at its current levels. I think you're going to do better in other stocks that are more affordable, like Shopify or something like that, if you're going to go for that kind of thing. But Amazon is tremendous. I mean, I can't deny Amazon is just tremendous. So let's see. Is it worth taking an opposite position in such a volatile market? No, it's not. And here's the why. Here's the reason. In this kind of market, you don't want to be short, and it's because right now we're having this is a very rare thing that we're seeing. Normally you have a meltdown. This is a melt up. We're having a melt up in the market. What's happening is that a lot of money that's been sitting on the sidelines with no interest because they can't invest in government bonds because they're making nothing. This is all coming into the equity markets, and the problem is that the equity markets does not have. It's limited in terms of the areas that the market that it can go into for growth, and probably the largest growth stock right now, at least that I can see, is Tesla, because it is the largest addressable market, being vehicles. So there's going to be a heck of a lot of money that's flowing into it. Amazon is also in that category. And Netflix, and there's several other ones. So basically, the winners are just winning more, and that's the kind of thing that's going on here. So I wouldn't take a position contrary to the market right now, at least. Thoughts on Coop stock call option? Okay, well, let me see. I don't know that Coop. Let me look at Coop really quickly. COUP is the symbol, and get a quote on it. Okay, Coupa Software. Okay, interesting. Okay, it's down today. All right, let me show you this chart here. Just pull the chart up. There we go. It's very strong, 99. I wouldn't bet against this. I wouldn't bet against this. Down today. I wonder why. There it is. Hard to say. It's in the enterprise space. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't short this one. I don't think I don't think that would be wise to short this. It seems like it's too powerful. Is it worth? Okay. All right. So let's see. WKHS. What do you think? All right. Let's look at WKHS. WKHS. And by the way, for everybody that's watching on TikTok, I'm showing the charts live on YouTube at youtube.com/Dallas Trading Floor. So if you want to see the charts, you definitely can see them there. All right, this is Workhorse Group. Here's the thing about Workhorse Group. This is also a sympathy trade. Very thank you for this long. Appreciate it. This is an interesting one. I looked at this one carefully over the weekend. I can't really recommend it, and here's why. This is a sympathy trade to Tesla. I think that, people are trying to chase this. It's down. Yeah, it's down today, $3.34. I just don't think that this one, I just don't know. I just don't like this one because I don't think that they can take on Tesla directly. I think it's a sympathy trade to Tesla. It actually might be a pretty good, see, the volume is up tremendously and the price is down. That's not a good sign. That means it's probably headed lower, but who knows? I mean, this is an original equipment auto truck body company. Again, I just don't see a lot of I mean, I don't see a lot of upside in this area. I think it's a lot of competition. It does have a very strong composite rating, but I just think there's better places to go with your money than this one. I couldn't recommend this one right now. Um, okay. And how do you find the composite rating? Well, the composite rating, that's a very interesting thing that you mentioned. It's basically available. It is a proprietary rating that for subscribers of the Investor Business Daily magazine, and I think that's very worth getting. By the way, if you don't have it, you can sign up for I think the digital version. I have the full version, but if you want the digital version, I think the trial's only like $20 or something like that. I should definitely get a a referral fee, but it is the best, by the way. It's what the professionals use, and that's what, and it just gives you a quick glance. What they do is they basically take, a lot of numbers of factors, not only technical, but some fundamental factors. They put them all together and they rank them, and it ranks from 99 down to 1. And it's just a very quick way. You can just look at it, boom. You kind of know if you're in the range, and then you dive deep into it if it's the kind of thing you want to see. That's where you find the composite rating. So it's great. All right, Jim, does it have more legs to run? You know what? I don't know. I wouldn't bet against Amazon, but I don't think I think a lot of it's been cooked into Amazon. I think that Amazon's going to be slowing a tad. It's not like it's going to slow down that much just because of the opening, and they will have some competition from companies like Walmart, but I think their earnings are going to be very good. But here's the thing about Walmart: they typically have lower profit margins, but very good earnings. Most of the money that Amazon makes in terms of its margin comes from Amazon Web Services, AWS, which is a tremendous service, by the way. They're getting a little bit eaten into that by Microsoft, but it's still just the absolute cash cow of Amazon. Everything else doesn't quite make as much of a profit margin. But that said, I mean, there they have Whole Foods, they have Amazon Prime. They've got, they're hitting on all cylinders. So I wouldn't bet against them. I just don't think that, it's sort of a sell on the news kind of story. I mean, I think their numbers are going to be good. But I just don't see any super duper surprise to the upside. I could be wrong. I'm wrong all the time, but I just don't see. I think there's better plays than Amazon right now. But I'm not saying that if I had it for 2 or 3 years that I'd be selling it. But Amazon is seeing very, very excellent movement up, and it's probably going to do well. But I just don't know if it's going to go up that much more. Hey, Ireland! Wow, I'm getting people from all over the place. That's awesome. I've never been to Ireland. I have an Irish last name, but I've never been to Ireland. I've never been to Ireland. Most of my ancestors come from San Marcos, Texas, a little town near Austin. So, wow, that's very, very cool. Well, you know what? You can buy American stocks if you'd like. And I do think it's going to be, with the Brexit thing, I think that it's going to be difficult to make as much money in the European stock market as it is in the U.S. stock market, just FYI. I know that everybody is talking, at least I hear them on the air, you should get into international stocks, but I just don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. I still think right now, at least for right now, the market is really, really strongly in the favor of the big U.S. techs. That's really where I see a lot of the growth potential. Anyways, well, thanks. I love to see the fact that you're from Ireland. Okay, think about NEO. NEO's an interesting one. I don't own NEO, and for everybody out there, NEO is basically a Chinese-based electric car manufacturer. I think this electric car manufacturer is a big deal. I'm not so sure about NEO. Part of the problem I have with Chinese stocks in general is that many times their accounting is kind of subpar. Definitely up strongly today. It's up $2 a share, and after hours it's up 17 cents. Amazing, with lots of volume. I'd be very careful on NEO, not because they can't deliver product. I think they can, but because I just don't trust the Chinese accounting standards. But it does have a composite rating of 91, which is excellent. So, again, it's pretty awesome. And I'd watch list this one. Be very careful. I'd want to see a little bit more confirmation in the chart on this one before I'd buy it. But definitely could think about doing it in terms of a watch list. Any thoughts about Plug? Interesting. This is interesting. Yeah, Plug is okay. I looked at Plug over the weekend. This is Plug Power. And basically what this company does is that they are in the they're also in the alternative energy phase. They're fuel cells basically for cars. It's basically up today about 82 cents. Here's what I don't like about Plug. I do not think that fuel cells are going to win this race. The plug-in hybrid is great and all that. The fuel cell vehicle, I know that everybody likes it so much, and I know that there's companies out there like, oh gosh, what's the name of that one? Nikola. I know that there's but you know what? It's not going to win. I don't think. I think that it's going to be electrified. I don't see this. I think a better play from this is going to be the Blink. Blink is going to be a better deal than this. Why? Because I just think that it has a better chance of winning the war. Charging stations over fuel cells. So that's just my take on it. I wouldn't be in this one because I just don't think that fuel cells are going to win in this deal. In this deal, I want to kind of go back to a slide that I had earlier on. So let me see if I can pull that up here on Blink. This is the one I bought this morning. I don't know if again, I'll be on this as long as it stays. It stays moving, but I do think that they have a good idea. This is one that I think that you might want to watch list here, BLNK, and what they do. And this is really early for me. I typically won't buy a stock that has this little of a track record. This is just almost nothing. This is almost like a penny stock, which for me, I just generally don't do. I mean, it's got a composite rating of 70, which is very, very low for me. I typically don't buy them unless they're 80. And again, I don't have a very large position. I only have 100 shares in this, so not a whole lot. But I do like the fact that they are in this charging space, which I do think is going to be big because all these other manufacturers are going to have to they're going to try to put electric vehicles on the road, and they have no charging stations. Now, Tesla, of course, does, and that's where Tesla is, $13.30 a share right now. But the other ones are going to have to catch up. I think they're going to have to utilize these guys' charging networks, and these guys they're the second largest after EVgo, but they're the only one that's public. So this one, has potential. It's BLNK. I actually was shocked that they had a charging station in my neighborhood, and I actually went and saw it last night. Actually on Sunday, and sure enough, it was there, and somebody was using it. So I don't know. I think that might potentially be a winner. You never know. But I don't like Plug. I do like Blink. I'm heavily invested in tech. What other sectors are low at the moment? Okay, here's the thing. I just want to be straightforward about. It's great that you're invested in tech. I think that's awesome. If you want to diversify into the sectors that are going to have your best capabilities. Right now, I consider this to be healthcare and healthcare equipment, and I want to show you several possibilities that you might want to look at that actually I'm invested in. And I'm just going to show you this here. Look at my holdings just for a second, just so that I'm not completely trying to blow smoke up your whatever. Here's the thing. I think this one ZXNI is, and I want to show you that's the one. I actually own it. I bought it this morning. It's only $27 a share. ZXNY. It's got a 99 rating. I do think it's definitely one you want to take a look at. Let me show you the chart on it. This is the chart for Zynex. It's 99 composite rating. That's the very best that you can get. It also has a very, very nice chart you see going from the lower left-hand side to the upper right-hand side with very nice volumes. So this one moved up $2.20 today. or $9.08%, 8% in one day basically, and it's a $27 stock. So that's something you might want to consider if you're totally in tech and you want to diversify out of tech. I think it's wise to be diversified a little bit. The two sectors I like, of course, are big tech. I always like that, and that's my number one. But I also think medical has some very good legs on it, and I think that there's a lot of things to note. I also bought a position in Teladoc, which is sort of a combo. It's a technology stock, but it's basically physicians that prescribe online. So I think that one possibly is going to, but that's a little bit more expensive stock at about 207 to about, well, actually I bought it at 212. It's trading about 218 right now. So that's kind of how I like to do it. Teach us how to do a composite rating. Well, the thing about composite ratings, really, it's really from the Investor Business Daily, and I'll probably try to cover that in a YouTube video later. But it just helps very, very quickly. All right, when are you planning to get out of ZIXI? Good question. I'm looking basically to ride it up about 20%. So I'm looking possibly to be out of this stock at about 35, 33 to about 35 is where I'm going to be out of this stock. But I do think that it has legs, and I typically use a 20% rule. Basically, if I buy it and then it moves up about 20%, I typically will at least sell a minimum of half my position and sometimes the whole position. So I plan on being this into about up to about $35 a share. That's sort of where I plan to be in it till. As you can see, it has a very nice chart pattern, and I do believe, who knows when we're going to see that, but I do believe it is showing legs possibly to go higher. And as you can see, it did go higher and then it settled back down, and that's when I bought it. So that's kind of my take on Zynex for right now, anyways. Okay, wow, what's your take on space? I love space. I had it before the earnings in the first quarter. I sold it right before the earnings in the first quarter. I'm so glad that I did, because it kind of took a nosedive. It may be coming back. The problem with space is that I do believe that it's sticking to the line. Let me just show you the chart on it, the after hours chart on it. This is it's basically sticking to the 40-day moving average. It's still below it. This is really not a buyable chart right now, just because of the way it is. Let's pull it over to the weekly chart. It's all, by the way, when you're looking at potential entries, it's always better to take a look at the weekly chart. That's going to give you a better idea. Basically, where I sold it, basically was right about here. This is the earnings for the first quarter here, this line, and then it really has not performed since. It's got a downward trending chart currently. I wouldn't be in this at least until it got above 41. I wouldn't buy this. Just that's my rule. If you see a chart like this heading from the upper left-hand corner to the lower right-hand corner, don't buy it until it has regained a leadership position. I like to buy on higher highs, and especially with a stock like this that is so highly speculative. I don't dislike it. I just don't think it is a buyable stock right now. That's just my opinion. ZNDX. So let me look at ZNDX real quick here, see if I can get an idea on that. ZNDX. Okay. Well, did I get it? No. All right. Well, okay. Let's see if I can pull it up. ZNDX. Nothing. Okay. ZNDX. I'm sorry, David. I can't seem to find ZNDX. I apologize for that. I don't seem to see that as a chart. Can you show a list of top companies by composite rating on the ABC? Absolutely, you can. I haven't run it today, but you definitely can. And I will screen for that for a high composite. and I will probably, that's a good, thank you very much for bringing that to my attention. Here's what I'll do for tomorrow is I will run the list as a slide and I will show it to you. But the highest composite rating. Okay, rating. Okay. And by the way, if you're interested, I have an alerts page that I send out alerts on, and I can definitely send out an alert on that one very, very easily. And to get my alerts, to get my stock alerts, basically, all you have to do is sign up, and the address is Dallas Trading Floor, and just go ahead and type in your information, and you'll be definitely on the list. It's free, and it's sort of like how I'm trading. By the way, if you're watching this on TikTok and you want to sign up for the flash trade alerts, it's very easy. Just go to my profile, hit on the link. It'll take you right to the sign up page, and it's totally free. And all you need is your email address. I'd love to have your name too, but all you need is the email address, and you'll be on the flash trade alerts. So you'll get that, and hopefully you'll make some money on that. I had one that went out on Sunday. It was Teladoc, and I think it did very well. It's already made money in the market. So hopefully, sometimes I get it right, and sometimes it can be profitable. Sorry, did you mention your thoughts on Boeing? Okay, here's the thing about Boeing. I haven't been in Boeing since about March 23rd. I did buy it briefly when it got slammed, and it was it was in the 89, but I sold it when it went up to 145, which I probably should have held on longer. But the thing about Boeing is I think that a lot of people are hoping with Boeing. I don't like the chart, and let me show you why I don't like the chart. This should be one of the best charts out there, but it isn't. And I want to show you this. As you can see, it moved down very, very strongly. This is about March 23rd. This is when the low of the market hit. I was a buyer basically at 89 here, and I basically sold out when it moved up to 145. I got chicken and I sold out at 145. It went up and it chopped, and then it came back right back down, and then it's been doing that ever since. Now, since recently it started to move up, but as you can see, it's coming down once again. I think that what's happening is that a lot of people bought into this one, and I think this is going to be a short. To be honest with you, this has what they call a head and shoulders pattern. This is a classic head and shoulders pattern. Let's look at the weekly chart, but this is a classic head and shoulders pattern. And what's going to happen here, I'm afraid, is that you're going to see Boeing take a dump here very quickly. It's probably not going to happen for 2 or 3 months, but I do think it's a short. I'm not short Boeing right now, but I wouldn't want to be in this. I know it's up $7 today, but it's just, this is a stock that was over $400 basically last year, so I just cannot recommend it. I don't think you want to be in Boeing right now. It's just too dangerous as a stock to be in. Just my opinion. Okay. So also on the side note, still not getting it. Ouch. Okay. I am so sorry that you're not getting my alerts. And you sure that it's not in the spam box? Because I've been having trouble with that. Could you possibly go back in onto the trade alerts and sign up again? I may have the wrong email address. I hope I don't, but I may have the wrong email address. So if you could just go in and by the way, it merges together with the proper one. So if you could go back into the sign up page, just sign up again, and I'll make sure that you get it right this time. I'm so sorry that you're not getting it. It's DallasTradingFloor.com, and then just put in the information, and the subscription is free. So I may have it wrong in the system, and I haven't checked. I haven't cleaned the list, and it may be off by just 1 digit. So if you could just put it back in, I will definitely get it right out to you. And so of course it's totally free. Just wanted to put that in there. All right, Craig. Sorry, I'm in. YNDX. Let me look at YNDX here really quick to see what we've got with YNDX. YNDX. Oh, Yandex. Okay, I think I have looked at this one before, but Okay, 95. Wow, that's not bad. Internet in Russia. Oh. I think I know about this company. Yeah, this is a potential. This is a good one. This is a good one. Yeah, this is a good one, David. I appreciate that. It's up 31 cents. This is a very strong. It's got a composite of 95. That's excellent. I have a gentleman that speaks Russian. Well, he's actually Russian. He's from St. Petersburg in the office. I'm going to have to ask him about this one to see what he knows to get some information, inside information. Yeah, this is a winner, by the way. This is a winner. It's in Turkey, which is a very strong market, in Russia. I think this is a good one. I really like this one. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I put that on my my watch list. So I'm going to do some more research on it. But from the first pass, I think it's good. It has a nice chart. I try and sign up again. It says the email is already registered. Huh. Okay. Wowee. I'm sorry about that. Well, you know what? Let me make sure. Let me see if you. Let me just give you a private chat. Okay. So let me do this really quick and see if I can do that. Send an email to. So I make sure that I whitelist it here. Let me see if I can whitelist, put that on there. Okay. So hopefully that will go out to you to see if you can see that. I hope I got it. Hope I got that right. What are the chip stocks you advise? Okay. Well, I was in Imphy, and I liked Imphy a lot. That's I M. Let's see, and I want to take a look at Imphy, see how it's doing. INFI. Of course, my favorite of all of them, and this is probably Captain Obvious here, is NVIDIA. I think that that's going to be your best. Let's see. IMHI. I believe that's it. Is that right? Imphy. Oh, goodness. No. God. But Imphy is definitely, 5G. Okay, let me look at 5G here real quick. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 5G. 5VG. Okay. This is a 5G. Okay. Interesting. This is wow. I like this one. ETF. This is an ETF. Okay. So this is a 5G ETF. Very interesting. Okay. So let's go here. It's a 5G ETF. Okay. 5G ETF. I kind of like this one. This is nice. It's up 57 cents, 20% up in volume. Wow, 29% up in volume. That's pretty good. That's interesting. Definitely a watch list. Yeah, I definitely think this is a good one. This is a good way to play 5G. Yeah, this is definitely a good way to play 5G here, I think. Yeah, I like this. I like this one a lot. So go back here. Okay, so Blue Tom, thanks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to be so down on Boeing. I mean, I love Boeing. I love flying their planes. I mean, I used to really love the stock. I just think that there's certain things that they're just not doing right. And one of the things I don't think they're doing right is space. I mean, look, they got almost $1 billion more than SpaceX got to put men up to the space station, and yet they don't even have a working prototype. I mean, they have a working prototype, but they don't have the results. I mean, SpaceX is eating their lunch, and that's in space, and that's one of the highest growth areas. On commercial airliners, the 737 thing is it's sad. I mean, it's just not happening. And they just retired the 747, probably one of the greatest airplanes ever. So I think Boeing has some serious restructuring problems. Are they going to go out of business? No, but I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to be the juggernaut that they used to be. I just don't. I mean, quite frankly, I think some of the Airbus planes for passenger travel are better and they're less expensive, and that's painful for me to say that, but I think Boeing needs to be restructured, and it's not going to be easy. It's a huge company, and there's a lot of legacy costs there. So that's my opinion on BA. I wish I had better things to say about it. Sorry, did you mention your thoughts on Boeing? Okay, no problem. Yeah, I think Boeing is one you just want to stay away from. I'm actually looking at it potentially to short it. I know that sounds. I'm not shorting in this market, but if the market loses strength a little bit here, on towards the end of the year, I may be a short on Boeing. To be honest, I just don't think. I'm not seeing good things from them. I'm not seeing good things. Okay, chip stocks. Thank you so much for. I like Imphy. Actually, one of the ones I really like is Qorvo, QRVO. Okay, and it's a chip stock, but it's a 5G chip stock, and I think that we're coming up to some very strong period for them. Yeah, they're up very, very strongly today. I want to show you this stock. This is one of my favorite chip stocks currently, and I think it's in a really good trading range too. I think where you can do very, very well on it. It's a 95 relative strength. It's got a very good chart. Look at this chart. It's moving from lower left to upper right. It's always what I want to see. It's got this is the relative strength line. This is 88, so it's outperforming the market. It's above the 40-day moving average. Excellent. It's got a composite rating of 95. It's got a trading volume of 1 million or better, which is perfect. It's got up 3% today, up $3.33. It's in a very good trading range at $113. I just don't think you're going to get much better than this stock, at least up until September. And why do I say September? Well, the reason I say September is that this is a company that makes RF chips, and there's going to be about 5 to 6 of these in every new 5G iPhone. And I think the 5G iPhone is going to be big. I know that everybody is talking about it, of course, and a lot of the money has already moved to, that way towards Apple stock. This is a way you could play Apple, and you don't have to play it at their prices. And this is Qorvo, QRVO. Oh, hey, where are you located in Dallas? Well, guess what? I am on Preston Road. I'm at Preston and McCallum. I'm basically one block south of the Collin County line is where I'm at, and it's the address is 17920. I guess it is 17920 Preston Road. We're on the 3rd floor, Suite 300, and that's in Dallas, Texas. And if you need my phone number, I will put it up here just so that you can. And if you call and I don't answer, well, I'm probably doing something else, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. Let me just show you. There you go. And let's see. I can give you the info here. It's 213-233-5087, and that is my that is the phone number to Dallas Trading Floor. And also, if you want to sign up for my free trade alerts, and I try to get these out as timely as I possibly can. So please, if I have typos, don't hold me too much to that, because I try to really get them out just as I'm trading them. And that is at dallastradingfloor.com. Just go ahead and sign up in the sign up box, and we'll get you on the list. It's totally free. And if you're on TikTok, you can easily get the trading alerts by going to my profile and just tapping on that, and then it'll take you right to the sign up page for the for the trading alerts. So there you go. All right, just about one more question, because we've almost been an hour here. So let's see. So 5G is going to be pretty popular. Yeah, it is. Here's the thing, and I think this is a really important thing to note. Why everybody's getting so excited about 5G, and they're getting excited about it for a good reason. The 5G is going to cause everybody pretty much to have to upgrade their iPhone. I know that I'm probably going to upgrade mine. I don't really want to because I like the one that I've got. I've got an 8, an iPhone 8, which is, with 256 gig of memory, which, as a matter of fact, you're looking to me, if you're looking on TikTok, it's what I'm broadcasting on right now. It's a great phone, but it's going to be obsolete by September, so I'll probably have to get a new one. And if I get a new one, I'm going to have to buy something, and I'm going to have to buy something that has certain RF chips in it. And the chipsets that I think Apple is going to make a lot of its processors, so you can't get in on that anymore. That's part of the reason why Intel is lagging. But there's other chipsets that they're not going to be making, and one is the RF chipset, and that's going to be made by Qorvo, QRVO. So that's kind of a good way to go there. Based on your recommendation last week, I purchased 150 Qorvo options. Let's see how things go. Hey, man, thanks. I think you do fine on that. I really do. I think you'll do fine on that option, and that's good. You've given yourself a good long ramp. When you're buying options, here's the thing, just FYI, when you're buying options, you want to give yourself a long ramp. So buying a January option makes total sense. You want to buy it out 6 months or so that you have time to be right, because sometimes you can buy a call option, and you're right, but you're not right at the right time. This is a very smart thing to do, buying it out to January 2021. I think that's excellent. And I do think it's probably going to be, quite up there. I think that you didn't probably pay a whole lot for this option. I do think that, this company has some legs. And so hopefully we'll see. The real tell is going to be September 21st when they announce the new iPhone. So be looking for that. Okay. What about Vein? VEIN? Okay. Is this a gold miner? I don't know Vein. Let me just check a look. See if I can pull it up. VEIN. Vein. No, I don't see that one. Is that right? Do I have that right? VEIN? I cannot tell you on that one. I cannot tell you on that. Well, it's been an hour, and I so appreciate everybody watching today that did. I know that you have busy schedules, so I so appreciate when you can take a look here. Again, I have free trading alerts. There we go. At DallasTradingFloor.com. So just sign up there. And if you're on TikTok, you can do that too. It's real easy. Just go to my profile, hit on the link. It'll take you right to the sign up page, and you can sign up there. Everybody, have a great rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow at 2:30. So I hope that happy trading, and it's definitely time to be in the market, as we're in just a tremendous market right now. So see you tomorrow.